Okay, so we're kind of working our way through the views here, and we've gotten up to our 3D view, which is this guy right here, right? And so if I pick that and I scroll down here, it's going to tell me that this guy is PER, so perspective from southeast. So if I come and look at my 3D views, there's perspective from southeast, and I am just going to right click on that and delete it. So now it's gone. We could, I don't know what this one looks like. Looks like the same one. We'll just delete it too, so we can start from a clean slate. Now you want to create a 3D view. You want to go into a plan or a site plan view. So I'm going to go to my site plan view. And I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to think, okay, I want to take a view of this thing, from here looking that way. So go to your view tab and there's a 3D view and there's a camera. You click on your camera and it's going to ask you where you want to stand. And then it's going to and you're going to left click, and if you let go of that left click, you can pull it towards where you want to look. Now get past the object because it's going to clip at the end of this little point. So I'm going to click, and it's going to kind of shoot me into that view, right? And so you can see that view. You've got a crop box on it. I do not know how you can determine what millimeter this is. I'm going to assume it's a 50 millimeter, but I don't know. Revit's not very sophisticated with its view creation, but you can sort of start to pull this guy, so you can see more of the view and the object, right? Give me the little control joint. Stop moving the whole thing. Okay. And then pull this guy up. Oh, give me the little point. Okay, there it goes. All right. Ooh, that's got a little pie thing there. All right, so there's that guy, right? I don't really want that floor in there right now, so I'm going to right click on it and go to hide in view category. And now you can start doing some of the things that we did in the other views. So, just altering it so you can turn the shadows on. It's not very dynamic. We can adjust those shadows if we want to. If you go to the sun settings, right now it's just doing sun from top left or top right, right? So if you see that, it's not really in a place in the world. It's just saying, oh, I'm going to do some sun. So you could say from top right and apply, right? Or top left and apply, and it will change where the sun is. You can also change the azimuth and the altitude. So that's a 35 degree from ground plane, or you could change where this is. So if I just changed it to, let's say, 175, and then apply, right? It'll update that, right? So let's go back to 200. And you have to click on another one for it to, and apply. So you can see it's changing where the sun is casting. So let's say we like that. I'm going to close this guy. The sun is casting, but it's a little dark. So I'm going to go to my graphic display options, and I'm going to change the shadows, which is oddly under lighting, from 50, and my shadow number is around 20. And if I do that, you'll see the shadows will lighten up quite a bit there. You could come in and change it to shaded, right? So it gets a little darker. You could also do all of the visibility graphic stuff that you were doing before. Okay, so you could change in the generic model all of that stuff. Okay, so you can also get a little closer and adjust your view by using the navigation wheel here. So if I do that, it will actually come out and I can sort of zoom in on this guy, right, and get a little closer. You can orbit it around, you can pan, right? So I'm panning, so now I'm looking sort of right inside there. Maybe you want to orbit a little more, pan over a little more so you can see through it, right? But it's up to you. Whoops. I just recentered it. If you mess up, like I just messed up, there's actually a rewind, which is kind of nice. So I can go to the rewind and pick where I was before, and then go to orbit and orbit around, and let's pan that guy. Right, so you can adjust your view until you get it the way that you like it. Okay, not the best view in the world, but it'll do. Now the next thing is the cropping. So this crop box is on. If you go to size and crop, it's telling me that it's 8.5 by 7.5. If I just want to make that proportionally the same but smaller, you scale lock it, right? And just say, I want the maximum size to be 6 and hit apply, right? Or if you want the height to be 6 maximum and you hit apply, and it'll just adjust the size of that crop box. So once you're done with that, you can come down to your composition sheet, right? And go to your 3D view. And perhaps rename it. So PER1, right? And then you can drag that out to your sheet, right? So there it is. And you can go through that process of getting rid of the viewport and double-clicking on that guy and turning off the crop region. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is this series of sections up here, which this one's a little messed up, but we'll fix it in a minute. And I think we might actually get to rendering. So this is a series of sections that have been taken from existing actual drawn sections, so we'll look at how to do that next.